Welcome back, everybody, to Blast the Process 3 on ESA, where we are spreading awareness for Save the Children, and spreading Sega awareness, if you will. My name is Kick-Ass Pancakes. With me, I have Wilddin and Tenebrae with Quackshot for the Sega Genesis. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just woke up. Good morning from Europe.
It is early morning in Europe, so you guys can go ahead whenever you're ready with the countdown, and good luck to you.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Wilddin can do the countdown. Start whenever you want.
Yep. Okay, so if you start the timer in 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. I'm a couple of seconds late, but that doesn't matter. So, this is Quackshot for the Sega Genesis. It's part of the Disney game series that came on the system. This game came out 1 year after Castle of Illusion, and 1 year later came out World of Illusion, which we'll see after this. So as you can see, this game is pretty fast-paced. There are different movement mechanics: walking, running, and sliding, which you will see most of the time. There's also a glitchy mechanic called long jump, but we won't see that much in this game. It's more like a task strat. So now we're seeing these platforms. Unfortunately, we have to wait for a little bit here. But nice. Wilddin cleared it. That's also a reset point. You can easily jump too early and just die. Yes, the host is whispering. You can hear it. So, DuckTales. Yeah, this does seem a little bit like DuckTales, especially this Burt stage. And now, Wilddin is collecting chili peppers, which make Donald angry, and for some reason, getting angry makes you go fast. And because this is an adventure game, we go from place to place. Now we are back in Mexico. We couldn't just start from
Duckburg,
because you have to talk to that senorita first. So we kind of have to go back and forth between these halls. So this temple, you will take a lot of damage and damage boost through everything. Ideally, you will end up with like 1 or 2 HP. Like here, touch the flame and start sliding. Here comes a nice trick. Hopefully he can get it. Shoot the first green block and then the second, and you can clear that part very quickly. And this part is also very tricky.
slight mistake on it.
Yeah, small mistake, but still very good. Only lost like 1 second, I think.
Yeah, it was a quick recovery.
Yes, and now we see Goofy for some reason in this temple. I don't know how and why he's here, but that's how the story goes. And he gives us this red plunger, which is needed for climbing up the walls. So there are no sequence breaks in this game, because you will need this plunger. 2 HP, that should be enough for the rest of the stage. And yes, we have to backtrack a little bit. Ouch, that damage. But there is luckily this bird meat that Donald can eat. I don't think it's duck meat, so Donald isn't a cannibal.
I think it's turkey, so it's like the same as me and a chimpanzee, I guess.
Yes. I also have read somewhere that it's turkey. But most manuals just say bird meat. So now we are using this red plunger to climb up this wall. This Duckburg section is quite fun. We're climbing on top of these rooftops and there are pits everywhere. But mostly it's just sliding and jumping. And avoiding the enemies. So about the categories of this game, now comes a short semi-auto-scroller section. You still have to time your jumps. There isn't really many categories of this game, just any percent beat the game. Well, we're trying to come up with some sort of glitchless run, even though this game doesn't have many glitches. But that would be more beginner friendly. So now we're at the end of this section and we're talking to Gyro Gearloose. And the reason why we come here is that he gives Donald bubblegum ammo, which is needed in Transylvania. And also, again, backtracking.
Sadly, there's no death warping to abuse in this game. Like there are in so many other of my favourite speedruns.
Yeah, no death warps. Even after talking to Goofy, you can't just kill yourself and go back to the beginning of Mexico, or after talking to Gyro, you just don't magically appear here at the flag. But now, 2 levels done. We're going to Transylvania. This is the longest level in the game. It also has a water section, which luckily is pretty short. Mostly what you have to do here is to make sure your movement is smooth. Try to hold right at all times. And don't die, that's also a good piece of advice. And there you can see that long jump. It makes Donald go a little bit faster than what his normal sliding speed is. And yeah, if you have any questions about the game, you can write it in chat. There's also an extra life in one of those barrels, but we are skipping those. It's very easy to make mistakes on this level in particular, because you have to switch your weapons a few times. I'm bad at menuing. You can even see it in my PB run. Here it doesn't really matter what you're doing. You will take damage, or if you don't take damage, it won't be much faster anyway. And yeah, that long jump also saves quite a bit of time, maybe 1 second, because you go very slowly underwater. This is going really well, I have to say.
Oh, don't say that, you've jinxed me.
Yeah, that was a very clean water section. Hopefully this next trick goes well. Here, take damage and go up. Because if you miss this platform, ooh, you will fall all the way down and you have to wait for that block to come down again. And lose like 10 to 15 seconds.
And if you're touching the platform and get hit by a ghost, you'll always fall off it. But if you jump in the air and get hit by the ghost, you'll fall back onto the platform, which is why I was jumping on it.
And here is the biggest glitch in the game. Now, Wilddin is going to the left, backwards, inside this wall, which is definitely not intended. And when you jump inside that wall, it's kind of a wall that crushes you, like in Indiana Jones. It pushes you to the right, the exact amount you went to the left. And unfortunately you die in that process, so it doesn't save that much time, maybe 2 seconds. But because this is speedrun, it's of course we will do that. Because it still saves time. And it looks cool. But yes, this run isn't deathless. Because there's one intentional death. Scuffed audio, hopefully it sounds well. Sounds good. And here you'll just try to hit Dracula as early as possible. That's what you do. Okay, I think we're losing a couple seconds here. But still doing well. You can't call the airplane immediately when you are flag because it takes a couple of seconds for it to become available. And again, we are collecting chili peppers. We can barely hear you. Well, I can't talk any louder than... unfortunately.
I'm really sorry about the audio, guys. That's a bit on me, I'm afraid.
I can just try to talk closer to the mic. And yes, we're jumping over that I think he's called Maharaja, because we're skipping all these dialogues that would trigger if you touch it. And this level is a maze, but of course we know the fastest route, so it's actually the easiest level in the game, easily. You can still lose a little bit of time here and there because of bad movement. And this boss is pretty fun in speedrun. Take 6 hits, and the tiger is dead. Casually, this can be a trouble, especially if you don't have popcorn.
It's definitely one of the harder bosses. When I played this game casually, I used to use plungers and it was an absolute nightmare.
Yes, the hitbox is so small, you can actually hit him with plungers. And now we got the Sphinx tier, which gives you a hint that maybe we have to go to Mexico, not Mexico, but to Egypt. And again, we're collecting these chili peppers. Unfortunately, this is the last time we will see Angry Donald. But it's always fun to see him like that. And we'll open the door and go in. This section isn't hard, it's mostly about making your movement as smooth as possible. Don't miss any plunger jumps. Like this section here. Okay, that looks very nice. And we go through this intended shortcut. We always do, because it saves about 30 seconds maybe even more. I have never played this stage normally.
I have, but
I
it was...
as a kid.
I did as a kid, but it was so long ago, I can't remember what's on the other part of the level now.
Yeah. I played it. I played the long way maybe twice as a kid. You can easily die on that section, but luckily that went pretty well. And here are this kind of small boost that you can get. If you turn left and back to the right as the slide ends, you can get these small boosts. And it saves quite a bit of time actually, because for some reason Donald gets this weird momentum boost. He runs really fast. We used to just slide and hold right, and then you wouldn't get any sort of boost. And this is a boss fight, but we skipped that puzzle.
That is definitely my favourite skip in the game. because when I was playing it as a child, that was the buggiest thing ever. I knew the combination to put in, but it was so hit and miss whether it would actually accept it or not.
Yes, because the platforms that you're supposed to jump on are so small. It's kind of hard. And that Minecart section, of course, reminds you of DuckTales. Every good duck game has a Minecart section. And now we go to South Pole because we got the Scepter of Ra. And we're using it here. This stage has probably my favorite music in the game. I don't know what's your favorite, but this is definitely mine.
This is my favourite since I heard that bass line that's in the background of the music, and I just think it's incredible.
Yes. And unfortunately we had to mow down some penguins, but I think they're still fine.
If you don't want to see hurt penguins, catch one of Tenebray's pacifist runs.
So yeah, that was a really short section. Now we're going far to the north, the Viking ship. Because we got, what did we get in South Pole? Yeah, there was the Viking key frozen inside that ice that we melted. That first screen was one of the hardest in the game, but I think Wilddin cleared it pretty well.
Yeah, I probably only lost a couple of seconds on it, I think. I could have done it better.
It's really easy to lose a second here and there. These sections are much easier. There's not much you can do. Maybe some long jumps here and there. And just good amounts of sliding. And again, we're jumping over this cutscene trigger, save a little bit of time, and then open the hatch. Oh, I think that's the right word. And again, this is a sort of maze or puzzle. We go through this wall, but it's perfectly intended. And this boss fight is pretty fun in a speedrun, because of course we're trying to hit this ghost Viking as soon as possible, and we can do it with bubblegum by timing these shots correctly. And this should be the last hit. I think that was too early. Oh no, that was fine. That was a good boss fight. It can go horribly wrong.
If you get out of time with your bubblegum, it's the end of it for me, normally.
Yes.
You've got
Yeah, now this Viking gives you the ancient Viking plunder. I believe that the Vikings had good sewer systems. So this plunder gives you the ability to shoot these birds and to fly through this gap. You can't use your plane for this. And this is an auto-scroller section. I have died here many times though.
It's such an easy level that you lose concentration and then you die.
Exactly. Because one hit and you'll fall down. This next section can be pretty tricky, especially if you haven't played this game before. But in a speedrun, it's not too hard if you're not going for like crazy strats, sliding on these small ice blocks. You can do that and save a couple of frames. I have done it in the past, but I don't do it anymore. I lost too many runs because of that. But it's mostly hold right, slide, jump. And after that comes the biggest skip in the game, which is not an intended skip. We'll see it soon. Because, let's see this. This one is pixel perfect, but but you can kind of line up. Line this up. If you use... No, you can't see it here. Use plunder to move 1 pixel to the right at a time. It should work every time, but it's not free. That it's good. Yes. Nice. It took a little bit of time, but we got the skip. If you do this stage normally, which is going all the way around to the right, down, left, and back up, it takes 40 seconds longer. But yeah, that's a pixel perfect trick. Very nice. Now we got... What did we get? Some sort of Viking
Yeah, it's the Viking diary.
It tells you where this treasure island is.
Great duck treasure.
Not yet, actually. It doesn't tell where the treasure island is, but it gives you some hints, and we're going to this Pete's hideout after him, because Pete stole the diary. But at least we got the nephews back. They're safe now. More minecarting. Ooh, that looked scary. This platforming section is a nightmare for casual players, and it's not easy to speedrun either. You can easily lose a cycle or two.
I've missed the cycle. We'll try it again.
You have to wait here a little bit. It takes about 3 seconds per cycle, and there's an unfortunate death. But this isn't easy. I can say that I have died here more than I care to admit. So that was the first unintended death. I think it was...
And there's the second.
I think it was exactly the same spot as the previous one. What you can get if you're trying to save every cycle here. I think Taz gets this only...
I can't believe it.
Faster. Another death.
I'm so used to one cycle in it now.
Okay, last life. You can do it. You really have to time your jumps correctly, because if you start going to the right too late or too early, these platforms won't appear. That's a shame. Now we have to play this.
Stop trying to one cycle it now.
So that loses, I think, at least over a minute or two.
I don't think it's quite 2 minutes, but just under.
Death took that much time, but yeah.
Yeah.
It won't take that much time. This is fine. Now we get 3 lives again. And this game has infinite continue, so playing this casually, beating this casually is not too hard. But this game isn't that easy, actually, I must say. For example, that platform section, it definitely isn't easy. Even not casually and not in speedrun. So yes, now we are here again.
I'm just gonna do it slowly.
Okay, let's... another death. What? Take your time. These platforms were not nice today.
Oh, I'm on the useless platform.
Ouch. Yes, there's a... Okay, here we can see this secret platform here. You don't die if you arrive here, but you can't go any further from here. It's kind of strange. And again, 1 life. You can do this.
Yeah, I'm not taking any risks.
You can kind of use the background here, and you will know where these middle platforms are. But of course, if you don't jump far enough, you can easily miss them. For example, here you can jump on this platform from the top platform to the left. Ouch.
I am so sorry, everyone.
At least we'll get to see more of this game. So yes, as I said before, this game is one of those amazing Disney games that came on the system. This is a first-party Sega title, and it has connections to Sonic, even Sonic, because I think it's like some sort of designer. Thomas Juda also designed Knuckles. So this is basically Donald Duck and Knuckles. So that's an interesting piece of information. And you can see that Thomas Juda in that map that you will see every time when you switch between levels. It literally says Thomas Juda. And again, this nightmare section. I must say that this was not my favorite section as a kid. I don't think anybody liked this. So yeah, as you can see, you can use those slides from one platform to another to kind of know where the platforms below is. And you can make that last jump like that. If you play casually, usually we'll shoot a plunger on that wall and jump on that, but you can make it even without it. And yes, we finally cleared that section. Good job. Another skip incoming right here. Just duck, and you can slide mid-air and skip maybe 15 seconds, I think. I never played it normally, so... Oh, you did it.
Forgot to get the turkey.
Eat the turkey. That would have been necessary there.
I'm just so tilted now after all those deaths.
You can kill those big guys, but we always skip those because it takes like 15 plunder hits to kill them. So it's faster to take damage. So now we have full health, we can just go through him and meet Pete again. This is the guy who took our Viking diary. And this is the hardest boss in the game, because there's a sort of randomness to it, at least semi-randomness. He kind of follows you, but you can't exactly control where he's going. So again, we're trying to shoot him as soon as possible. Oh, and I didn't mention before, it does matter which weapon you use for these bosses. Usually if you use plunger, for example, if you use plunger on that Viking boss, it would take 1,000,000 years for him to become vulnerable again. But here, you can use plunger, and it takes the exact amount of time as it when it would if you used popcorn or bubblegum. So this fight is going okay, and let's select it. Now we dip this ancient Viking diary in the water, and it reveals us the location of the treasure island. And because Wilddin is using revision 1 of this game, which is basically the Japanese and European release, we have a different music here. If you are using the American version, this stage will have like the same music as the Mexican temp. And this is the version we're using for speedruns. And this vine section can be tricky, but if you use plunger it makes it a little bit easier. It's not necessarily faster, but it's definitely safer. And this turkey here is another difference between the revisions, and that's the primary reason we're using this version, because it gives you full health for this section. You don't need to care about dodging these enemies. So yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear anything I'm saying, but hopefully you can hear at least something. So the only thing you have to do here is not to miss this cycle, which Wilddin just did. It loses maybe 10 seconds. But that's fine. And this is another section you will see that is copied from Indiana Jones movies. Just walk and jump through jump on the invisible platforms. And the final boss, this is very interesting because this isn't intended. If you get the first shot before the sword hits the wall, you get this weird stun lock, a glitch state where you can just hit him repeatedly, ideally 12 times. I'm not sure if you can hit all of them right now, maybe. This takes about a minute, and yes, this is called a quick kill. Usually, if you play this casually, it will take...
Okay, get ready for time. Time.
Nice.
GG.
Yes. Yeah, that was like the one cycle boss. If you play it normally, it takes about 4 cycles, 3 per cycle. So yeah, that's Quackshot. And we of course have to see this final cutscene.
Great job coming back from the unfortunate platforms. Strong finish.
Yeah, sorry about that. I haven't died to those platforms in quite a long time now. I don't know what came over me.
Oh, you know, marathon. If it can, it will, you know?
Well, at least we're getting more Disney games after this.
Yeah.
Which is very lovely. I like this. So, how much time do you have for the next run?
Yeah, we're gonna actually end up switching over here. Thank you, Wilddin, for the run, and Tenebrae, of course, thank you for your commentary. And we'll be right back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good luck to everyone else to run.